Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, friends, fellow firearms enthusiasts. Welcome back to Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol out of Lamar County, Mississippi. And today, we have ourselves another piece of firearms history. Let's go to the bench and see what we got. Well, hello there, friends, ladies, gentlemen. Welcome back to Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol out of Lamar County, Mississippi. And today, we have here the Smith Wesson Military and Police Hand Ejector Model of 1905. Now, before I get into this piece of firearms history, I hope everyone has had time over the past 4 days to soak in and process the results of the presidential election. Now, I try to keep politics out of the channel, mainly because as a global YouTube personality, with an extensive viewership of 364 subscribers, I understand the impact that I may have on the geopolitical stage. Because I know that, America comes to me for their political advice. But anywho, Donald Trump, president-elect, managed to pull it off. But not only did he pull it off, man, he pulled it off in a big way. The man took the Electoral College and the popular vote. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. I didn't think he was going to do it. I didn't think he was going to make it. I thought that, I thought that the Republicans were going to lose the House. I thought it was just going to be a complete bloodbath. Because, between you, me, and the trees, the House of Representatives, they've been, seemed like they couldn't get it together. They were a complete dumpster fire. I thought that was going to come back and haunt them. But anywho, after I voted on, Tuesday, early evening, I was still thinking, he ain't going to make it. But a moment of clarity hit me. Like a light bulb went off. I stopped at the Walmart in Wiggins, Mississippi. I had to pick up some milk. And I looked down and I saw the price of that milk. $4.36 for a gallon of milk. Not name brand milk. $4.36 for great value Walmart brand milk. Hang on to that number for a minute, because I'm going to go on a little sideline. All the political pundits now, they're getting out there putting their 2 cents on why Vice President Kamala Harris lost the election. Now, not only the political pundits, the talking heads, but even the politicians are laying their head on who's to blame. Whether it's Vice President Joe Biden, because, he chose to run for re-election and then dropped out, or blaming Kamala Harris because, now, like former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi saying that, she was essentially installed, nobody nominated her or anything like that. And for those people, I just want to say, for 4 years, you spent all the time going on the media propping up, President Joe Biden, knowing full well, knowing what everyone else in this country knew, the man was in cognitive decline. He was in no shape to run for, president again. But you propped him up, and you all stayed silent while this was going on. And the same thing with Vice President Kamala Harris. You know, Nancy Pelosi saying, you know, griping that House there was no vote. Didn't hear you saying anything about that, you know, prior to the election. Y'all just kept carrying on. In fact, the people that were, sounding the alarm, y'all shunned them. Y'all pushed them off to the side. And it, now it's kind of bites you in the ass. Right? And now I'm going to tell you, the Democrats, and deep down inside, I'll be probably even, the staunchest, Trump supporter, deep down inside, knows the same thing. Democrats, they should have won this election. With everything going on, with Trump, the way, the media was just hammering him into the ground. Democrats, they all should have won the election, and they pissed it away. And here's why. Folks, at the end of the day, the majority of voters, we don't care about the Hollywood and the pop culture A-listers that you paid to spend 20 minutes to come up on stage and deliver, 5-10 minutes of our pre-prepared remarks about you. We don't care. Very few people care about your social agenda. They don't care about your social agenda when it doesn't have much, if anything, to do with them. What voters care about is when they go to the store and they have to buy or spend $4.36 for a gallon of freaking milk. That's what they care about. Because at the end of the day, people vote based on their wallet, and when you're closely associated with the person whom the voters blame for that price of milk, whether that blame is well-deserved or not, the outcome is not going to be good. And when you spend an entire campaign, you spend over $1 billion in your campaign, and you don't tell anybody or give them a straight answer on how you're going to address that $4.36 for a gallon of milk, don't expect to win. Now, I feel for Vice President Harris, and, I respect her, for the office that she held, and you should too. And here's why. All of those Democrat presidential hopefuls, the ones that were vying, to throw their hats in the ring, as President Biden was given the boot and then sent to bed for his mid-morning nap. When they, about 11 o'clock last night, when they saw how things, were turning out, I promise you this, they all uttered the exact same thing under their breaths. And that was, thank God it wasn't me. And folks, I just want to add, for the Republicans, you got the White House, you have the Senate, and you have the House. You have been given a privilege. Don't piss it away. And that's my 2 cents. So anywho, the Smith Wesson Model 1905 pistol here, chambered in .38 special, and started manufacturing in 1905 until 1942. This is a 6-shot revolver built on the Smith Wesson 5-screw K-frame with a swing-out cylinder. Now when I say 5-screw, it's because it has 5 screws in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the one at the front there by the trigger guard, 5. And the swing out cylinder Just like that. Now, during production of this firearm, 4 minor design changes would occur. I'm not going to go into the particular dates and and what them design changes were. Most of them were internal. Now, this revolver will be available in the square butt and the rounded butt. See how this is nice and sharp? That's square butt. The rounded butt has a more, rounded butt. It also comes in various barrel lengths as well, from a 2-inch barrel to a 6.5-inch barrel. This particular pistol is a 5-inch barrel. And would also come in different finishes, now with a few even produced with a chrome finish. Now this particular pistol, or revolver I should say, is a 4th change and was likely manufactured based on the serial number, I'd say about the mid-1920s. You can reach out to, you can always reach out to Smith Wesson, and get a letter of authenticity on it. They'll tell you when it was manufactured and shipped and all that. $400. Kid you not. They charge you $100 for that. Another thing about this pistol, the 1905, would see action in both World Wars 1 and 2, and those that were produced from 1942 to 1944 would have the prefix of letter V in front of the serial number. I gotta take a break from talking. I say let's reload the cylinder and do some shooting. Now to reload, to access the cylinder, you push forward on the release. And like I said, it's 6 shots. And just put the cylinder back in. Let's put the eyes and ears on and step back up to the range. Alright. So we're going to shoot at some steel frame targets. And let's put, we'll put up a green Ivan too and see how we do. Maybe I'll hit something. Alright, so managed to hit a few targets. I say let's reload this cylinder and shoot some more. Alright, so we got our cylinder reloaded. I have so much fun shooting these old guns. I gotta reload that cylinder again. All right, one more cylinder. Let's see if we can't reach out and touch some of them further targets away. Not quite so much. I think I got one of them round gong targets at 35 yards. Well, let's go back to the bench and talk a little bit more about this pistol. I keep referring to this as a pistol. I believe the proper nomenclature is a revolver. I know people tend use the terms interchangeably. Empty the casings on it just like other revolvers. You swing out your cylinder, and you got your ejector. You just push down, and out it goes. Now on the Smith Wesson model, if you want to determine whether it's all matching parts, the serial number is in 4 places. First, it's on the butt, on the bottom. Second place, it's going to be on the bridge of the cylinder itself. Another location it's going to be, if you push that ejector out and you look underneath the ejector star, right down there underneath there, it's going to be on there. And then the 4th place you're going to find the serial number is on the barrel itself. Now with your cylinder out, it's going to be right there. If all 4 of them match, then you got a pistol with all matching parts to it. Another thing about this pistol, I just want to touch up. There is a number here on the crane that you may find. That doesn't mean anything. At least from what I was able to research, those numbers don't mean anything as far as don't tell you about manufacturer. They're just random numbers. So don't expect them numbers to match the serial numbers elsewhere on the pistol. The other thing about this pistol, these pistols were traditionally issued with walnut checkered grips. This pistol, these are not. Now I was going to tell you, these are not the original grips on it. Now, as the name suggested, not only was this issued for military use, as the name suggested, the military and police model of 1905 was also issued to law enforcement agencies, and would become the standard police issue sidearm throughout the country, and it would also gain significant popularity with civilians as well. In fact, but a lot of you folks, I wouldn't be surprised, you saw one of these in maybe in your dad's or granddad's glove box on his farm truck or something like that. So these pistols, these were all over the place. In the late 1950s, the model of 1905 revolver would be renamed the Model 10, which is still manufactured by Smith Wesson today. And the Model 10 pretty much stayed true to the original 1905 with just some with some minor changes to it. But the pistol, revolver, still shoots incredibly well for being over 100 years old. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a nice pork butt to get off the smoker and tear into. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna call it a wrap on this, on this episode. But before I do, I've got one more piece of business to take care of. Now, occasionally I get an opportunity, I get some downtime, and I can read through some of the comments. And apparently there's one viewer out there who thinks that I just talk a little bit too slow for him. And I just like to reach out to that viewer, and just say, let that viewer know that, us here at Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol, we strive for, to keep or to give to you, the viewer, a positive viewing experience. And, we do realize that our channel may not be right for everybody, and that's okay. So if you think that, if my channel ain't right for you, then I'd like to suggest, there's plenty of other YouTube channels that you're more than welcome to watch. Heck, you're more than welcome to make your own YouTube channel. But if that's too much work for you, then like I said, there's plenty of other channels for you to watch. Some folks that, might find a channel that maybe they'd speak a little bit faster for your liking. Perhaps, Blippi or Teletubbies might be up more of your liking. So, folks, I'd like to thank you for coming out here and joining us here at Crooked Horse Rifle and Pistol, and allowing me to present to you the Smith & Wesson Model of 1905 military and police revolver. And until the next time, thank you for shooting with us.